Hey, it's BrickTsar. In this video, we're going to be looking at a vintage Lego expert builder set. I wanted to say Technic, and this is actually what Technic became, but in 1981, this was called Expert Builder. And this is set 8845. It is a Dune Buggy. It's only 174 pieces. And actually, what I was about to do is about to take this thing apart. I had it stored in a container, and it just takes up too much space, and I'm trying to inventory my collection, so I'm taking stuff apart. And I was like, I never did a review of this thing. And so I was just like, well, I'll do a video for this, just to show you what pretty much the original Technic was like before it was called Technic. So there's not a lot to it, being only 174 pieces. In fact, this set you can still get for about 15 bucks on Bricklink or eBay if you look close enough. But it's just not a lot of interesting parts other than two things that I like. The universal joint there for doing the steering, so you can actually turn the wheel like this and steer it. I always like those universal joints in the Lego Technic and Expert Builder sets. And the other thing is the shock absorber pieces in the back. So, whoop, does have shocks. So you can ride your Dune Buggy. Alright, and then it's got the roll cage here for it. Not much leg room there. For the guy, and I think it'd be a little uncomfortable at that angle. Or maybe I didn't build it right. I don't. Chances are I didn't build it right. But yeah, that's all there is to it. It's got the those gears there that turn the steering mechanism. Yeah, you could probably piece this together pretty easy with if you had a bunch of older Technic parts. But I want to show you something in the instruction manual, because this kind of stuff just cracks me up. I love looking at the old stuff like this, so let me show you that. Alright, so the instructions, they kind of give you some guidelines on how to build. And like the terminology for like the length of the axles, they explain it here on the front, things like that. But I just love this page here. This is the instructions on how to build a set following the instructions. And it says it is important that you follow step-by-step building instructions very closely. The following building hints will help you to realize the fun and satisfaction of this expert builder set. All right, this is a part I really like here. It says each phrase is numbered starting with number 1, or each phase. If you are having difficulty in building your model, it sometimes helps to look ahead at the next construction steps. Oh, that's what I'm always doing. It's like, what's exactly going on right here? Let me skip ahead. I know what they mean, because you're like, how does that piece go in there? Alright, and it says the quantity and types of building pieces to be added are shown at each phase of construction. That's one thing I like that Lego does, is they'll put what parts you need for each step, because if it was just the old way where it was just step, 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 it'd be easy to miss a piece that was placed. And it says, once your model is completed, all movable parts such as gears and axles should be adjusted. And that was true, especially with the old Technic. You might have to position things because it might be pinching too much and it wouldn't turn well. If you put this piece on the wrong way, it actually would lock it in and it wouldn't turn at all. And so, or if you got the wheel too close to the assembly there, it would not roll very well. So that was a good step, actually. Take your time. The fun of expert building will then last even longer. So, if you build very slowly, it'll be so much more fun. So, some other things in here. That's a page from I had an extra copy of the instructions that kind of fell apart. They do give you other ideas, like this. And it is combined with the motor set, so it shows you what the pieces you need. to build it. These aren't as much step by step though as previous. Look at that, it's actually a photograph instead of a computer generation there. How to build other things with it using the motor. I think that's the motor set right there, or another accessory. Wait, I would know if it was the motor set if there was a motor. I guess it's one of the accessory packs. No, it is a motor. There you go. The old style 9-volt motor. This is the kind, one of my first Lego motors looked exactly like that, from the Expert Builder system. Alright, so that is that book. Pretty cool. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at a vintage Technic set. Technically not Technic, Expert Builder, but you know what I mean. And I know I have not done a lot of reviews or overviews of Lego sets lately. I haven't talked about the new things. And let me explain a little bit of that here at the end of this video. We're at the end of 2017 as this is being recorded. And as you know, if you've watched my channel over the last 5 years, you know I love Lego. And I've been experimenting with a lot of things, and then I haven't had time to do a lot of things. And what we've been doing, we've been actually organizing and cataloging things I have. The only reason I stopped to do this is because I'm going to have to take it apart because I'm trying to fit things into different containers so that I can get this inventory done. But it's neat to look at some of these old sets, the simplicity of them, and see how Lego has evolved over the years. And I'm hoping what we're going to get involved with more as we get things cleared out and I make room in this basement is we'll be focusing on a lot of the older stuff, because there's so many people that can have access and get to the new stuff, and there's a lot of information on the new stuff, but there's not as much on the older stuff. And so that's what I'm going to focus on my channel for the most part. You know, we'll still do other things, but yeah, pretty much I want to cover as much of the old stuff as we can. And let me come back and just show you. I've been going through a lot of containers, so that's why there ends up being stuff all over my table as I go through. It's like I'll get this table cleaned off and do a review. Like, it hadn't been long since I did this Lego compatible tummy train for my Trains Are Fun channel. Those things actually connect to Lego pieces. And then I left it set up because I was going to do something else with it, but then we had to go through and going through some boxes, and one thing leads to another and gets like that. So it's just the life of a collector that has way too many Lego sets. So help me out, buy some stuff in my Bricklink store. We got a lot of stuff to sell, so that's all I'm going to say about that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate when you do. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the set. Do you think it's stupid? Do you think it's lame? Do you think it's an awesome set? Do you think it's pretty neat to see some of the old stuff? Just tell me what you think. And just, you know, keep in mind, a little set like this is still inexpensive to get. I know a lot of people complain about the cost of Lego, but you can get this set for 15 bucks on Bricklink. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. It's BrickTsar.